Hi, this is Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Vecna. And we're going to talk about Vecna's mental stats. So Dungeons & Dragons splits up stats into mental and physical, right? So let's look at what was assigned to Vecna's to Vecna's mental stats. He has a 22 intelligence, a 24 wisdom, and a 16 charisma, right? So let's talk about this. So I love these numbers, right? So what does it say about what? So one of the things that's really great about the Dungeons and Dragons character is their storytelling in the lore, their storytelling in the specifically in the numbers, right? And what we're seeing here is plotting, right, and caution, right? So basically, a lot of Vecna's danger is in his ability to plot. He has a 22 intelligence, right? So that is extremely high. Higher, this is very important, higher than a human is able of having. A human can go up to 20. And one of the things is they're saying you are dealing with a godlike intelligence, a godlike wisdom, right? Now the intelligence allows him to plot. It allows the dungeon master to craft ornate traps, and not just traps like, oh, here's a swinging pit, like here's a spike pit, right? Like traps in that I have 100 troops over here, I have a group of 10 mages over here, and they flank the player characters, and also allowing him to use doppelgangers and clones and really ornate, complicated attacks on the players that use magic well, right, are carefully crafted, and the player characters may only know that they're being set up and they're being positioned for a kill, right, or a total party kill, like sessions after Vecna starts plotting. So I love that. The other one is wisdom. Wisdom is Vecna's highest ability, right? And I absolutely love this because we don't really talk about wisdom enough in the game. It's like, you might have knowledge, right? That you might have all the knowledge in the world. You know how to cast a spell. Do you know when to cast the spell? Do you know in what position to cast this spell? Do you know the right time and the right moment to cast the spell? Do you know what the right targets are for this spell, right? You can have the knowledge of the spell and still not know how to use it, right? Same thing here. Basically this allows Vecna to avoid, right, dangers that the player characters are planning for him. It means that he is not just knowledgeable but wise, right? The Bible actually says that wisdom is the most powerful thing that you can, beyond salvation. That's what we're supposed to ask God for the most, is wisdom, right? And Vecna's power is coming primarily from his wisdom, his ability to not be in a place where he is in danger, right? And so forth. 16 charisma, that is horrible. That is really bad and really low. Why is his charisma so bad? Realistic, right? Because he looks like a $sign. Man, that dude does not have good skincare. He also he does not have hair, right? He is just repugnant, right? And our physical presence is part of our charisma. It really is not divorced from our charisma. Some people can overcome it, right? But it totally makes sense that his charisma would be this low, right? One, he looks like a $sign all the time. No fashion game, no sneaker game, no good hair. He is tall. A lot of people like, tall people. That is part of being attractive, right? But overall, his appearance is horrible. He doesn't have good hygiene. He's always rotting, right? So all that makes sense. Now you're like, well, he could use magic to overcome this. So one of the things is, though, boy, oh boy, have I seen these guys, right? Like, I think we've all seen people like this where they're like, hey, I am what I am. I don't really care. I'm not going to put on pretenses. So Vecna is really not, and also he's pretty selfish. He's outrageously selfish, right? He's lawful evil, right? So he's not going to do anything to, like, he's like, I'm going to be powerful through power. I don't need to, like, do some kind of crazy, I don't need to do anything beyond that need to rely on my wiles, right, to impress people, right? And so these are extremely well chosen. This specific block of mental stats. I really think Wizards of the Coast just got this perfect. I am so thrilled with this Vecna stat block. What do you think? Do you think they got the numbers right? Do you think it is correct that Vecna's stat blocks would be 22 intelligence, 24 wisdom, and 16 charisma? What numbers would you have given him? And I'd love to hear if you think, yeah, that's spot on. I would have done the exact same. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.